Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Legendary V19 here, back with you with another gameplay, and this time it's going to be in the AGINCOURT, the Tier 3 battleship. Of course, I believe it's the only British battleship with actually good secondaries to have fun, and that's the boat I will decide to have fun on Tier 3, because that was the challenge of this game you are about to see. Lush's lover, of course, in our division, and the Monk 52. I would like to thank both of them for being with me and play with me whenever they have enough time. And here, as you see, it's when I'm making the videos and wasting a lot of Commander XP, but it is what it is. We have to do whatever is possible to go in and have as much secondary range as possible. Come on, start the game. Start the game. There you go. We started the game, and yeah. But before we start, I don't say this too many times in the beginning of the game. I would like to thank everybody that subscribed recently to my channel, because I try most of the time to stream, because that's what I enjoy the most. It's streaming. Now and then I make the videos. I'm not too consistent with the videos, but I prefer to keep very good ones that I actually enjoyed a lot, and I like to put them out there. But some of the games I just skip them, something to be only for the stream, for the people who watch at that time. And yeah, as you see, that game, I remember it was off stream, so nobody was watching, and I saved it because it was actually a good idea. So the challenge here, as you're gonna see, it's going to be to not use the main guns, not even once. All three of us, me, Monk, and Lashes, of course, none of us will be allowed to use the main guns, not even once. Which, if I would do that, of course, let me tell you, I would have probably 6 or 7 kills, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's all about having fun and see how much can you do with only your secondaries. It's gonna be a part 1. We might try this with a higher tier, but the higher you go, the higher the challenge will be. It's gonna be a lot harder, because there is a lot of things that can stop you from doing what you want to do. But the lower tiers, you can end up having teammates or enemy team that doesn't know to do too much. 7.9, as you see there. I was just double checking my secondary range, so that's going to be the sad part, that you still have to try and get as close as possible, and that was a challenge here in the beginning. Angle your ship just enough so they don't get to hit you too much, because the more they hit you, the more secondaries they're going to destroy, of course. So for now we're getting closer. As you see, one of the cruisers will get close. That's one we're gonna start the first actual hits in the game. There you go. I just realized he's getting in range. We're gonna rotate our ship just a little bit more, make sure all the secondaries are going in, and put that secondary boost on, and of course see what happens. The one challenge is gonna be here hard. It's going to depend how many destroyers you will get per team, because of course destroyers are going to be the ones that are going to annoy you if you want to do what we're doing right here, which is just moving forward and not stopping once. But of course, if we need to stop, there is a reason for that, and it's because we have to select the right target. And the other thing is just we don't want to get rammed. Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't want to have to deal with, and do as much as I can just so I can use my secondaries and get the first blood and the first secondary kill. There you go. First ship went down, and we're just gonna keep rolling. As you see, gonna take a risky move, because you never know. You can never expect a potato to do something smart. But I just didn't want to get rammed, because you never know what a lower tier ship will do. Because the higher tiers, they do it all the time, and if they feel like they want to ram me, they're gonna do it. You know what I mean? And I'm going to decide to turn away, because at the end of the day I'm not using my guns. As you see, I just locked them and I don't have to worry about them, not even once. And I don't know, I think Monk and Lush probably did the same thing. But now, as you see, I'm keeping the ship right and left non-stop so I can make sure all the secondaries goes on. Because as you see, some of them are going to him and some of them will go to the other battleship over there. But if I was pointing just at him and pointing the bow of the ship towards this homing, of course the secondaries wouldn't go, and we couldn't get so many fires, because the fires are going to be the one that will give us the damage, but it's not gonna give us the XP. First of all, it's a low tier, and second of all, for some reason, secondary hits and damage, they don't really give you enough, because at the end of the day, it's the hits that you get and the fires. The damage will not come exactly from the secondaries unless it's a very light armor, which is going to be most of the time the cruisers, as you saw the one that we sunk when the game started, the first Trento, if I'm remembering. But we just keep moving forward. As you see, the best tactic you can do, which you kind of feel it, you don't have to say anything to your teammates, it's not exactly stuck your ship next to each other. Keep just enough distance so the enemy will have to decide which one wants to, fire at. And at the same time, as you see, by not being in the way of my own teammate, my secondaries will just go straight to the enemy ship. But if, let's say, all of you three, you try to do that, of course, if I say all of you three, I mean you, if you have a division mate or something and you try to do that type of gameplay, if you sit right next to each other, there's a high chance of you hitting the superstructure of your own teammate, and the shells will not get to the enemy. Oh no, that's annoying, yes. There you go. More fires and more fires. That's what it's going to give us all the damage. And here you're gonna see an example of what it will be like if you sit too close with your teammates. But the problem is, as you see, that with the Nassau, it's the one that they decided to fire more, and it's very low on health, so we can decide to just get close enough for, I think, World to Rebuild. I don't remember exactly if she had World to Rebuild, but we're gonna move on. It is what it is. At the end of the day, that's the one that they decided to focus on the Nassau because it was very low on health, but we just keep moving and rolling those secondaries and stay full health until the end of the game, of course, because yeah, it's very rare that you can actually have a fun time, make a challenge, which is not exactly challenge, but hey, it is what it is, and everything to end up in your own favor. Like the Diddy just spawned on the other side, he dropped his torps, he missed, and then he moved on. And that's gonna be rule number 3 of secondaries, and we move on. It could be 5, it could be 5, technically it is, because even if all of them died and 2 of them went down by fire, that fire was caused by the secondaries. So yeah, it's very sad that I couldn't make it to have 5 secondary kills in one game, even though that's the way I took it. It is what it is though. At the end of the day, like the title will say, just have fun. All it is just you having fun and of course your teammates. You don't need to stay all the time on the high tiers and just keep playing the same ships over and over. That's the one thing I like to do a lot, which is play with all the tiers in the game, and then you don't get as bored as most of the people who play only the high tiers, because we all enjoy play the high tiers, but at some point it gets too stale, so then you just remember, you have to remember there's more ships down there that you would like to go back to, and never know, maybe you will do a lot better than you did 1 year ago or a few months ago when you play the ship, depends how long you play that game for. Now, Algeria will just push forward, thinking that it can take us all 3 down, but no, that's not gonna work out, because as you see on the map, our DD is coming this way. At some point I'm gonna look at the DD, and As you see, it must be one of those Italian DDs that has the smoke that's following him. And yeah, it's not gonna work his favor, because it's gonna get close enough, miss all the torps. You get below 1 kilometer, which makes the secondary of the battleships go off. But then the more he's gonna move away, the more you give Algeria a chance to take you down with all the fires, all whatever, the secondaries. Because if I remember, it's those sub-secondaries. Yeah, this time we didn't get the kill, unfortunately. And yeah, carrier is the last one. Here I'm like, come on guys, just stop shooting your secondaries. Just switch them off, because you can actually do it. If you switch off your AA, your secondaries will switch off as well. So that's the one thing I was trying, and here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we got kill number 5. And that was it. Hope you all have fun. Try this build and ships if you want to do it yourself and see how high can you get it. On what tier would you prefer, it doesn't matter. But hey, thanks for being here. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon in a stream or a next video. Take care.